All right, hello, welcome to this video. We're going to talk politics. I know everybody's favorite subject here again. And we're going to talk, this is a little bit of a rant against the left. And look, I think Donald Trump is a horrible person. But let's talk about why he won the election, because I do think he won the election. I don't think it was any manipulation. He won it. He won it. Why did he win it? Because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris failed on the border. That's why he won the election. Plain and simple. He's the only one who spoke about securing the border. We didn't hear it from Kamala Harris. We didn't hear her talk about the problems at the border. We didn't hear her talk about the economy. We didn't hear her talk about crime. Only Trump addressed those issues. And that's why Donald Trump won the election. That's it. And that's why he's going to be our next president. And as much as it pains me to say that, that is why. All right? That is why. All right, and we're going to talk about some of the crimes going on in our area as a result of illegals. I am against illegal immigration, all right? And I know, I have people on the, people I follow who are more of the left-minded, and they seem to think, well, why hating immigrants is better? We're not talking about immigrants. We're talking about criminals. When people sneak into a country illegally, they are criminals. All right? And that's something I agree with Donald Trump on, that we do need to round up and deport all these illegals, all of them, because they committed a crime by entering this country illegally. That's simple. Let's talk about the crimes that they're inflicting on us. The worst one of all is let's find the page here. This. Undocumented migrant, I love to say undocumented, he's illegal, all right? Undocumented migrant charged with fatally burning a woman on a subway in New York City. The suspect is an undocumented immigrant from Guatemala. So the man charged with setting a woman on fire Sunday morning, ultimately killing her as she slept in the New York City subway, is being held without bail. The suspect, identified by police on Monday as 33-year-old Sebastian Zapata, an illegal immigrant from Guatemala, was taken into custody hours after the incident and charged with first and second-degree murder and first-degree arson. New York City judge on Tuesday ordered that he be held without bail. Zapata told authorities he drinks a lot of alcohol and does not know, of course. I mean, this is the guy, right? They love to drink. All right? So, this was a horrific crime. The depravity of this horrific crime is beyond comprehension, and my office is committed to bringing the perpetrator to justice, said Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez in a statement after the incident. This gruesome and senseless act of violence against a vulnerable woman will be met with the most serious consequences. The woman was believed to be asleep on a stationary F train at the Coney Island Stillwell Avenue station in Brooklyn about 7:30 a.m. on Sunday when a man approached and lit the victim on fire. The two did not know each other. The suspect, last lived in a homeless shelter in East New York. Zapata is an undocumented immigrant from Guatemala, according to Immigration and Customs Enforcement spokesman. He was initially removed from the U.S. back to Guatemala in June 2018 when Donald Trump was our president, after U.S. Border Patrol encountered him in Sonalita, Arizona. He unlawfully re-entered the U.S. at an unknown time and location. And, of course, that's when Joe Biden was president. Again, Joe Biden did an absolutely reprehensible job, probably the worst job on immigration that any U.S. president has ever done. All right? The victim in Sunday's subway homicide has not yet been identified. Police smelled smoke. And so this guy is a savage. All right? So ISIS enforcement and removal operations will lodge an immigration detainer. He was staying at these shelters. I want nothing better on January 20th when Trump takes over. Send ICE in, go to these shelters, and round every single one of these guys up. Every single one of them. They're going back. All right? That's what needs to happen. All right? Every single one of them. All right? Now we have another crime that we'll go to the Laura Uhl page here. Migrants charged in the attack of a victim inside the 7 train. All right, so the Queens DA's office announced new charges against the 4 suspects after one of the friends died during an attempted robbery. So this was the self-defense case. Luckily, in that case, the man who defended himself isn't being charged. All right? So he's defending himself, and these are, again, illegals that were involved in this. This story is a little harder to find. Let's see if we can find it here. Homeless men charged in seven train subway brawl in Woodside. All right, 3 homeless men were arraigned in Queens Criminal Court on Tuesday, and variously charged with felony robbery, attempted gang assault, and assault for allegedly stealing the belongings of a 69-year-old homeless man. So they prey on other homeless people who was asleep on the Manhattan-bound subway train. You can never be asleep. The victim woke up and tried to regain his property. During the ensuing brawl, the victim fatally stabbed a 37-year-old assailant and slashed a second man. Fortunately, the victim has not been charged with anything, as he shouldn't be. He defended himself, and he has every right to do that. The investigation by the NYPD's Queens Homicide Squad and members of the 108th Precinct in Long Island City remains ongoing. As alleged, the defendant stole the possessions of a sleeping man inside the train. So the defendants are Henry Topanta, 32, Oswaldo Walter, 29, Jose Valencia, 35, and Felipe Pene, 26, all charged with 2 counts of robbery and assault. And Pena and Walter are initially charged with attempted gang assault. All right, this happened at 12:20 a.m. on the 7 train at 61st Street, Woodside. All right. So the victim had every right to defend himself. And this is, let's see if they don't even bring up the fact that they're here illegally, but they are here illegally. That was already published somewhere else. I can't find it. They love to cover that up, you know, the way the media is. But yeah, these are some of the crimes that these illegals are doing. That they bring. These are the crimes that they bring to the table, and you know they bring a lot of crime. They're criminals. If you've broken one law by entering a country illegally, then you're probably going to break more laws once you're there. That's why I support deportation of all illegal aliens. All right, that's the bottom line. You know that's the way it is. You can't just jump the fence and break the law and get away with it. Doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And then you have Eric Adams now trying to now say he's against illegal immigration after allowing all the illegals into the city. Eric, yeah, you allowed them all in. You remember when this happened, when Joe Biden failed and the buses started coming. You could have turned those buses away. You could have stood for the citizens of New York. Instead, you gave them hotel rooms. You gave them food. You gave them money when they deserved nothing but a ticket back to where they came from. Eric. He's just doing it so Donald Trump can pardon him because Eric Adams is facing some very serious corruption charges. And he's just doing it trying to kiss up to Trump. I hope Trump does not pardon him. But we'll have to see what happens with that. So, yeah, I mean, this is just some of the example of the crime that they bring. Let's go into let's go into Long Island now. And South Shore 12 barely covered these stories yesterday, by the way. Barely covered them. Barely covered him. Long Island man arrested for slashing victim's face with a box cutter. All these crimes happened in the middle of the island, so of course South Shore 12 couldn't be bothered. A Long Island man was arrested for slashing a victim's face on Wednesday. According to detectives, officers responded to a disturbance on Lakewood Avenue in Roosevelt at around 12 a.m. Upon arrival, police determined that Raymond Blandon, age 48, was involved in an argument with a 22-year-old man. The argument escalated, and Blandon allegedly grabbed a box cutter and slashed the victim on the face. Blandon was arrested at the scene. He's charged with assault, menacing, and criminal possession of a weapon. She could probably go to the Nassau County Police site and get these crimes. Let's see if we can do that. Assault in Hicksville. So this person was arrested for assault. This happened at 4:20 a.m. in Hicksville. According to detectives, also responded to a disturbance on Slugs Lane. Upon arrival, it was determined that a 52-year-old female victim was involved in an argument with defendant Stephanie Cabellos, 31. The argument escalated, and the defendant broke the front of the door. A physical altercation occurred, resulting in the defendant striking the victim in the face. Stephanie Cabellos was arrested at the scene without incident, and then the defendant became violent and combative and struck a Nassau County police officer as well. So this is what we have here, all right? Elmont. This is another one, South Shore 12, barely covered. The 5th Squad reported the arrest of an Elmont man for an assault that occurred on Wednesday, December 25th, 2024 at 1:25 a.m. According to detectives, officers responded to a resident on East Street for a disturbance. Upon arrival, it was determined that the defendant Jose Fuentes Velasquez, age 37, was in an argument with a 25-year-old male victim. The argument escalated, and the defendant grabbed a glass bottle and struck the victim in the back of the head, causing a contusion. The second victim, a 42-year-old male, tried to stop the fight, and the defendant struck him in the face with a closed fist. The defendant was arrested at the scene. Doesn't say if he's here illegally or not, but there's a good chance he probably is. A lot of these crimes that are going on from, this is the crime that they bring to the table. They bring a lot of crime, all right? And South Shore 12, obviously not covering any of it. They're focused on the South Shore. Let's see if they, of course, 3 suspects wanted for wine and dine at Sayville Restaurant. Let's see. All right, they barely covered that one at least, but it's power outage in Valley Stream. It's yesterday. We're just looking yesterday here. They were all over. They were in Rockville Center, Baldwin, covering, and I'm going to play that. This is the barely thing. This is the stuff they barely covered. These should have been the tops. All right, they did spend 1 minute and 40 seconds on this. Let's see. Maybe this is another video.
On assault charges on Suggs Lane in Hicksville. A 31-year-old woman is accused of hitting another woman in the face. Police say Stephanie Caballos and the 52-year-old victim were arguing before it became physical. Both were taken to the hospital. Police say that's where Caballos again became violent and then hit an officer in the face, causing swelling and bruising. Well, this Roosevelt man is accused of cutting another man's face during an argument. Police say Ramon Blandon of Roosevelt was arguing with a 22-year-old man on Lakewood Avenue early this morning around midnight. Now, we're told that the fight escalated when Blandon grabbed a box cutter and slashed the victim on the face.
I think it's sad during this time. This is a time when families should be coming together and people should be nice to each other.
Blandon pleaded not guilty to assault and weapons charges. That victim is also expected to be okay. Well, about 9 miles away, an Elmont man is accused of hitting another man with a bottle. Police say it started as an argument between Josue Fuentes Velasquez and the 25-year-old victim around 1:30 a.m. on East Street. That's when they say Velasquez allegedly hit the man in the back of the head and then punched another man in the face while he tried to stop the fight. We're told the victim is expected to be okay. And this North Lawrence man allegedly hit and choked another man with the victim's own chain. It happened on Clinton Avenue in Inwood around 2 a.m. Police say Alan Garcia attacked the 26-year-old after an argument.
Thanks, Governor. Thanks, Governor, for allowing all these people into the state with a crime. Of course, they're not dealing with it in the enclaves. You see, this is what they were covering yesterday. I mean, I wasn't going to do a video on Christmas Day about it, but they were all over this. Rockville Center, Cathedral. They were in Baldwin. They were in Baldwin covering this. That's another 1 minute, 50 seconds. Not going to play that. They just love to be all over the South Shore, it's the thing. Now, let's see if they covered this. There was a big fire in Jericho. I'm not going to play it, but all right, they did cover that. That got 1 minute and 25 seconds. That was a big fire. Channel 7 even covered that. And then there was a stabbing in Massapequa. This is not this is in East Massapequa, this area. They say Old Sunrise Highway, which is not, this is East Massapequa. This is bordering Amityville. It's a bad area. They really denote that it's East Massapequa. That's not Massapequa proper. But it's just, there's just a lot of crime. They bring a lot of crime here that we have. Let's see. Hitting, choking. Is this another one? Let's see what we got here. This is the one we just read here. This is the other one. Yeah, this is the one that happened in Inwood. See, they said North Lawrence. This is Inwood. You can call it North Lawrence, but I could go look through many of these here. There's plenty of crime here going on, and just this is what there's a lot of robberies going on in the city, moped robberies and stuff. I go to Laura Uhl here. Though she had something on this as well. Stuff going on in Queens as well. Let's see if they have it. It might only be on the Facebook page. It looks like it is only on the Facebook page. So, what we got to do, we got to go to Facebook. So let's do that. That was on the Facebook page, and you'll see here. Let's see if we can find it. Well, let's see. Down here. Home invasion from here. Robberies. Auburndale and Eastern Flushing. some kind of incident by Lakefield Road and Union Turnpike, hit and run. A lot of hit and runs. Illegals, they don't believe in sticking around. Migrants charged for the attack of victim inside the 7 train. There was another one about a bunch of attacks going on in Glen Oaks. I can't find it now, but yeah, this is what goes on. This is what goes on here, and this is all because, again, the governor, Kathy Hochul, she's like, well, we're gonna put cameras in all the subway cars. We're gonna send some National Guard. You can have all of that. It's not going to make a difference unless you actually get these dangerous people off the streets. Dangerous people belong in jail. All right? They belong in jail, or if they've got mental illness, they need to be in institutions. As far as illegals, they need to be deported. They need to be out of this state. This no longer needs to be a sanctuary state anymore. All right? That's why I'm so upset that this woman won. She is the worst governor we've ever had, and it's going to be very interesting to see how Trump deals with her. I'd like to see Trump put her in jail. If she actually says ICE is not allowed to do their job in New York, I hope Trump locks this woman up. I really do. I hope he does. Because, you know what? If you are aiding and abetting criminals, that is a crime in itself. And illegal aliens are criminals. That's the bottom line. They are criminals. So, again, I'm going to just put Biden-Harris on the screen to wrap this up. Get the two of them on the screen and get the two of them here. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we can use this picture. It's fine. Let's get this picture in here and yeah. There we go. All right. I could probably just copy this and then just paste it in here. Or I could actually open a new one. Or whatever. Well, just use this. That's fine. So, whatever the case is, screwed up there, but these two have failed, all right? Look, I can't stand Donald Trump. He represents so much greed, so much evil. I'm really scared. What really scares me is all the power Elon Musk has, and I hope, he's just cutting things horribly. I don't know what's going to happen to all the programs and all the help and that I rely on. The environment and all that stuff. But the fact is, we're dealing with this because you two failed to secure the border. You failed to address crime. Now we've got the Orange Monster, a.k.a. Fat Bastard, a.k.a. Donald Trump in the White House, along with Dr. Evil, Elon Musk. So this is what we have because you two failed to secure the border. You two failed to do it. You failed to get through to voters about crime. She wanted to be all corporate in her running. She made the same mistakes Hillary Clinton made. And there's still some people on the left that don't get it. But you know who does get it? And they've been getting called out a lot for it? The Young Turks. The Young Turks. Thank God the Young Turks actually are trying to get some common sense to the Democratic Party right now. Because if the Democratic Party wants to get back in power and defeat Donald Trump, right now he's going to be able to do whatever he wants because we don't even have control over the House or the Senate or anything, the Democrats, all right? They don't have any control over any of that, all right? All right? But if they have any hope at all of stopping Donald Trump and reducing his power, then you've got to address these concerns. You can no longer support criminals and illegal immigrants because they are criminals. All right, there's crime going on, all right? And there's an emergency of crime going on these illegals are bringing, all right? And one of these guys, thank God, TYT, they've been addressing the crime. They've been calling out the Democratic establishment. And I appreciate it because this Democratic establishment cost us the election. The establishment cost us the election. And now we have to deal with the consequences of having 4 years of Donald Trump as our president. The environment's going to suffer. People like me are going to suffer. I'm scared of this. I'm scared of our rights, our human rights, our rights to speak up. You've heard all the things Donald Trump has said. But the fact is, Donald Trump won this election because he connected with the voters' concerns about crime, about the economy, about immigration. And Biden, you didn't. You didn't do that. And now we all have to suffer because of it. Thank you for watching.